What's up, guys? This is Thelightchrissy here, and I'm here to do a reading for the sign of Pisces. So if you are a Pisces, this is the reading for you. Now, keep in mind that all readings can't possibly work for every single Pisces, so take what resonates and leave behind what does not. Also, I'll have the readings for your rising sign and your moon sign as well, so you can always check those out to see if those resonate. All right, so take what resonates and leave behind what does not. All right, please take a moment to go ahead and click subscribe on my channel and click that like button down below. Also, leave a comment if this resonates with you. I am available for one-on-one readings. That information will be available down below, as well as how to donate to my channel, which I really would appreciate. Leave any comments if you want to see me use any type of particular decks or me do any type of particular readings. And that's that on that, okay? Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and pull an animal energy card. This reading is going to be for September 1st to 15th, so the first half of September for Pisces. So we're going to see what energy you guys are coming from August with. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, the golden egg, okay? So this is where you're being very heart-centered. You guys are getting back connected to your heart, getting back connected to your truth, getting back connected to your voice. You guys may have, like, love on your mind at this time. You guys may be in centered, maybe thinking about relationships. You may be, what is the word? Reflecting on relationships that have passed and how you want to move forward in your love life going forward. So I kind of see a lot of heart matters being brought into you know, your, what is it? into your line of vision. I know that's not the word, but that's what we're going to use right now, so I can keep on going. To be able to look at them. So it may be a lot of observing, okay? And this is just getting back connected with yourself. I feel like this is being at home with yourself in the way that you love, and you're feeling very loved and nestled and nurtured. For some of you, this could be a relationship that's kind of starting to bud, or about to to come out, or just this new level of understanding about what it is that you do want out of love about to make its way to the surface. So I kind of feel like this is what we're kind of going into the month of September with. Yes, unobstructed joy. This is the part of yourself that's unchanged, that's unwavering. And you're being connected back to it. So this is good when this is your source, right? This is light, this is energy, this is source. You're connecting back to source, okay, within yourself. And as you do that, in the healing of your heart chakra or your heart center, it's starting to change your relationships and how you relate to yourself and others. So I kind of see this as being something that you're kind of going into September with. So that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. No problems yet. Nothing coming along. Well, nothing's really a problem, but nothing bad so far. But the area of love. We're talking about love, Pisces. What y'all got going on? Let's see. We're gonna pull from the, oh, I'm sorry, that was the the animal spirit, the wild unknown animal spirit oracle deck, which is one of my faves. Next, we're gonna pull from the psychic tarot of the heart. A couple of cards here. Just pulling your energy. Here's the energy that Pisces has for the 1st to 15th. All right. Okay, so you got a couple of cards here. Okay, yeah. So look, Two of Swords here, refusing to see, but it's coming out in reverse. So I'm taking this as this, where there may have been times and places in a point in time to where you may not have seen your way through, or you may not have been connected to your heart center or to that space. You've been doing a lot of the work that you need to do energetically to be able to feel that joy and that love once again in your life, and be able to bring that brightness and to let go of some of the heaviness in your life and be able to be back in that part of yourself. And for some of you, I feel like what it is at the end of a heavy battle, at the end of going through a lot of losing, a lot of loss, a lot of devastation, a lot of brokenness, and all of these heartbreaks and things like that, you're starting to still see that you're still unchanged by the situation. These are situations, they are not you. And I'm kind of feeling like you're really, really connecting with that here, okay? So, and I think it's always been there. As I'm looking at this sun here in the sky, you always have the option to be able to connect to that. But whenever we are connected away from it, it is our own doing where we choose to not be connected to that. So this is you noticing that and making the choices that it takes to be connected to it. And then you have the Ace of Wands here, which is the new vitality. And because of that, you see what's coming in. Because of that, you're bringing in this new life, you're bringing in this new experience, this newness, this freshness. Now you're able to connect back to passion, because at one point in time you were choosing not to feel that part of yourself. So this could kind of be where maybe you went numb a little bit, you know, or maybe you just kind of were out of your own you felt out of whack, out of character. Or maybe it's like this. I have this thing with Pisces where they do this escapism thing, right? It's okay. We all do it. But I kind of feel like with you guys, this is kind of like where you guys have not really been in your heart space. You haven't really been present in your own life, and this is kind of like once you choose to get out of your own way by stopping once you choose to not get in your own way by forcing or ignoring the cause of your heart, your spirit, your soul, and putting yourself doing things purposely to not hear it, which can be anything. It can be sex, it can be drugs, it can be spending, it can be gambling, whatever this thing is that you've put in the way, partying, friends, caring about other people, work, whatever thing that you've put into place of doing that. I believe that once you stop trying to do that and you start trying to connect and not try to get away from whatever it is that your heart is trying to tell you, then you're easily able to connect right back in, okay? Because you're the only thing that stops you from being connected to this at any time, okay? That's the one thing that no one can never change about you, your heart, okay? When you're born with it, it's going to be there. So from that, here's this new opportunity that comes in. It could be a new job. It can be new love, or just this new energy that you have about yourself where you're moving about more confidently, more passionately, more deliberately. You're taking your claim in life, and you're not letting life just beat you up. You're saying, hey, this is what I want out of life. This is how I want things to be, and this is the way that I'm going to move. And you're starting to be able to call it out. You're starting to call those things in, okay? And call in more harmony and more balance in your life. Every time you see rainbows, think about balance coming into your life. So this is bringing that harmony and that balance back into your life after this period of standing in your own way, okay? It was another card that failed. I think it was the throat chakra card. Yep. So this is you speaking about it, okay? This is you speaking out about it. Not only that, you're starting to talk about it differently. You're starting to talk about yourself differently and relate to yourself differently. The 5 is a number of change. So this is where, yeah, we definitely need to make sure that we are speaking in this tone, like, I will find love, I will have that job, I will have the peace, I will have the happiness that I need. And once again, you see how this person is playing this instrument. It lets me think it's just this communicating outwardly that you need balance, or that you want balance in your life. So you may be telling people, if there have been these people in your life that kind of refuse to kind of go along with what would give you the things that you need out of the friendships, the relationships, the job, family members, whatever it is. I see you starting to speak up and starting to just come from this truth, or this real honest place to just say, look, it's not anything to do with you. It's more so that these are the things that I want in my life, and these are the moves that I have to make to be able to bring those things into my reality. So it's just this real moment of honesty that I kind of feel like is coming in here too. And also here with the throat chakra, as it's being healed, as it's being cleared, you're able to hear more clearly when the universe is sending you things. You're able to listen to people and to see what they're really telling you. So for some reason, I feel like this is this conversation. I feel like this is some big conversation that someone has had with someone that's like this moment of clarity where we've been putting it off, but it no longer can be held off. And I think that at one point, if you guys thought that this was going to be a very tough conversation, you probably have avoided it. I kind of can see that, like refusing to see. But this is where you're stepping into your truth and you're saying, hey, look, this is what it is. This is what it's not, and this is how I want to move forward in my life. No judgment of what you have going on in your experience, but this is how I see things for myself in the future, and this is the way that I want to walk. Now, that could be work. That could be relationships. It could be family or friends, whoever that may be that you're telling this to. But this is where you're getting the courage to do it, even if you haven't done it yet. You're being renewed in your throat chakra, and then we have here the heart chakra. So this is the connection between the heart and the throat, which is speaking your truth. This is speaking your truth to people. This is telling the truth about how you feel to people and not holding yourself back from doing it for the sake of other people, okay? Because what that does is that creates this, you don't create the space for your life, for the life that you want, because you're not willing to stand up for it, or there's been times and periods of time where you weren't willing to stand up for it or to do the work. So you have to be able to speak of the things that you want for things to be able to manifest in, and don't hold yourself back from doing that. Or maybe in the past you've been calling in things that you don't, that don't necessarily benefit you. You're getting everything that you ask for, but it's not stuff that you really like, because we're not connected to our heart when we're asking for it. So this is saying, what do I truly need and what do I truly want? So in September, I want that to be a practice of yours, to ask yourself, what do I need and what do I want? Okay? And to ask yourself, am I communicating what it is that I want and I need in this moment? Okay? So that is what we have going into September with the Oracle cards. We're going to pull some tarot cards. Now, this is the Life is a Board Game deck. I always have the box here so I can show y'all, but I don't know what I did with it today. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I like to show this deck because it's not one of the more, famous decks like all the other ones that people use, but this one is super cool. It's like a Monopoly game. So it's called Life is a Board Game Tarot. It's by Crystal Banner, and her link is KALEIDADOPE.com. Kaleidope, okay? So it's a really cool name too. But we're going to go ahead and pull for you guys. Let's pull for Pisces. What does Pisces have going on for September 1st to 15th period? What does Pisces have going on? 15th. All right. Messenger of the slow and steady. So you have the Knight of Pentacles here. So yeah, you're starting on this journey, and you're knowing that, hey, it may take me a long time to get to where I'm going, but I'm willing to do it because I'm willing to do whatever it takes me to get to this point, to where I'm connected, where I'm back in my heart space, where things are new in my life, where this newness is there, where love is at, where I can be happy, where I can have joy. I'm ready to move to this space, okay? And you're willing to do it at whatever time, whatever amount of time it takes you to get there. Now, the thing I am getting with the throat chakra here, and this, be mindful of the way that you talk about the space between where you are and where it is that you're going, to not be too critical of where you are to where you says, I'm never going to get there. It's not working. It's da-da-da-da-da. Like, where you're kind of not seeing how far you've come along, because this is going to be something that takes time, but it's something that totally grows. Like, building a life that is heart-centered, it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take step after step after step after step after step. But it's so fulfilling, because the more and more you walk, the more and more you are living in that as you walk. But you can't just step and then tomorrow it's all there. So please don't think that it would be that way. The Knight of Pentacles is like that. And he's also asking to make sure that you watch where you're making your investments at. Make sure that you watch what you're putting your time into. He's very, very selective about what he is sowing into people. So what I get with the Knight of Pentacles and the throat chakra here being right next to each other is this: if there's been a time, if make sure that when you are responsible for planting the seed, you're not responsible to see that the seed has fruit, okay? So this is where, when you tell someone something from the heart, you're not waiting around to see that they've made the change that they need to make. You say it, you drop it off, they either use it or they don't, okay? You don't wait around to see, like, use your time to wait around to see if they take it. You move on back to focus on your life, okay? So that's really specific for someone, but kind of got the Knight of Pentacles here. It's just this message that things, in this message in particular, that things are going to take time, but it's totally going to be worth it, okay? You got the Three of Swords here. So yeah, this could have come after a time of like a heartbreak or a breakup, or you could be going through something where you've had this separation or this loss right here with the Three of Swords, okay? And this could be also talking about this as well, that it can take some time to get over this. Don't rush yourself to be in this space, okay? You're already doing the most you can to make the decision to connect back to that space. Don't try to rush the process to make it happy, to make yourself happy. And also too, don't throw yourself in another relationship, in another job, in another friend group. Don't try to just throw yourself away from this. Take the time that it takes to be able to get through this, because if you do it once, if you get over this one time, like if you've solved in whatever this is, because the Three of Swords doesn't necessarily have to be relationships, whatever this thing is that that has brought you to this place of loss, whether it's been we've not told the truth enough and the relationship has escalated to a point to where now it's too far gone to kind of come back or something like that. Take the time that it takes to fix this problem that puts you in this place of heartache or loss or devastation in your life. Fix it one good time so you don't have to keep on going back and doing it, because I see this pattern of throwing yourself back into the same situation over and over again, and then at the end you end up right back here, and then the choice is to take the time to get over it, to connect back to this space, to see things for how they truly are, and then to live in a new way. But I kind of see this here with the Three of Swords, that some of you may skip the whole process and say, okay, next person, next job, next friend group, next this. I'm not going to find out why I was here. So this is that why they're refusing to see is kind of right there like that. I kind of get in that. And then, let's see, what do we have next here? What's in the center of the reading? The Three of Wands, future plans, future garden. So yeah, that's good. This is saying, once again, this. You have all of this newness coming in. You have the Ace of Wands right here, and then you got the Three of Wands right here, okay? So the Three of Wands is in the center of the reading. So this is all about the Three of Wands is where we have done all of the work that we need to do to be able to, we've manifested. We've already sent off for our ships to sail in, right? And we're in this position of where we're waiting on things to come back in, okay? So this is, once again, you have this slow moving energy right here. You have the Three of Swords, and then you have the Three of Wands. So this is where we want to get through this little cycle really, really fast, because we want to get to the better times. We want to get there. And once again, with the new vitality, just to, just to show you, he's calling that in. This person is calling in that vitality into their lives. So it doesn't come instantly. This person, you have to do things to be able to bring it in. And when I'm thinking of calling in, it's saying speaking about it. Speak yourself into that into that place. Write yourself into that place. Think yourself into that place. Manifest yourself into that place. Okay. But once again, getting this thing here where it's going to take time, and it's important for me to tell you guys that this is not going to be a tomorrow kind of thing. This is a journey of you connecting to yourself, not for anyone else, but for yourself, and once and for all, because there's this cycle of investing, and then it always coming back to not, be what you be what you want it to be. Look what card came out. Waiting patiently. So of course this is the Seven of Pentacles. This is where I put in all my effort, and I'm ready to see something back. Yeah, you totally are ready to see change in your life. But what Spirit is saying, that it's not about you wanting that to happen. We don't care about that. And anything you want, you're gonna get. Okay, anything you manifest, anything you call in that you want in your experience, you will get. So they're saying get over that part. Okay, now that you know that you'll get whatever's at the other side of that, what do you do at the space between you and your goal? Okay, what are you going to do there? Because we'll do our part of Spirit and we'll bring it to you. But what are you going to do to show the universe that you're deserving of that you really want that? And this is where it's saying to speak about it. How can you want something that you won't talk about? And it's to talk about it to the people that need to hear it, or to talk about it to yourself. There needs to be this constant dialogue going, because as you say things outside of yourself, you hear them back. And it's like it's almost like you're hearing yourself talk, and you make it a real thing as you do that, okay? So for those of you who are in a bad relationship or stuck in a situation, you just say, one day I'm going to be in a better situation. One day I'm going to be in a better situation. One day I'm going to be, and next thing you know, one day you're going to be in a better situation, because you've been saying it and repeating it to yourself. You may have to look in the mirror by yourself and do it, but it's coming. And this is to say the Seven of Pentacles is where we've put in the hard work and the effort. We've already done it. These are two cards that says you've already done it. We're just waiting on it to come in, okay? And I want to, I'm going to show you guys those two cards in particular, because I want you to see how they look in the traditional deck, so you can kind of get a gist of what I'm saying here. What do we have? The Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Three of Wands and Seven of Pentacles. Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Three of Wands, Three of Wands. Where's my Seven of Pentacles? Where is he at? Have to make sure it's not raining outside. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So look, this is what these are these cards. I'll just put these here for reference purposes. So you see him right here. He's done all of his work, right? He's turned his back on the past. He said, you know what? I'm gonna get up. I want these things to come in. I'm gonna do the work. But you see how these ships are kind of there. He's waiting on the ships. He's already called for those ships to come in. He's a merchant, so he's waiting on them to come in. But there's this waiting time where he can choose to do a number of things. He can say, you know what? It's coming in. You know, I'm going to talk about the fact that I know it's coming in. I'm going to say, hey, I know love is coming for me. Hey, I know that abundance is coming for me. Hey, best friend, that abundance for me is coming in for me. That job is coming in for me. That newness is coming into my life. Okay? Or he can say, why isn't it happening for me? It's really not going. Like, why is it not happening now? And it doesn't. He would be looking at this stuff coming in, feeling that it's coming in, and still saying that. And that would be being kind of like ungrateful, knowing that things are coming into you, knowing that you have the potential to bring those things in. The universe is always giving you what you've asked for. And it wouldn't do you like this at this point. So this is just that waiting out and being in alignment with spirit as you wait on those things to come in, because this is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is the start of the Wands journey. So you got the 3 right here. So you're progressing through it, okay? And then you got the 7 of Pentacles right here. So that's this. So you see how this person's like, ugh, I've done all this work and nothing's happening. You see it's still happening. He just can't see that it's happening because this is money. This is abundance coming in. So this could be job related or something like that. But it's happening. It's just that's just his perspective that he just doesn't see it. And it's like the refusing to see. You're coming out of this space to where you've been like this, to where it's happening, but you can't see it coming, and you're changing your attitude about what you do when you wait on things to come in. Or if you're not, there needs to be a change of attitude about how you what you're doing while you wait for things to come into your life. Are you pouting? Are you being ungrateful? Or are you saying, you know what? I usually get the things, you know, usually everything falls and works out in place. So I'm not going to even give it the extra. I'm just going to be happy in this time, and I'm going to talk about what's coming into me, even if I don't see it. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to pull those again because there's a couple of cards for all this. Once again, another card of waiting, the Emperor, the Empress here. So yeah, for some of you, this could be relationships. Like you're waiting on like, when is this person gonna come? Like, when is it gonna happen for me? When am I gonna fall in love? Remember, I started out with the love thing, and then the Empress here. When is it gonna happen for me? When am I gonna find that unconditional love that I need in my life, that's flowing, that doesn't just stop, you know, with conditions like, oh, because I didn't do this, because I didn't do that, now this person doesn't love me anymore. When is that going to come in for me? Okay, and like I said, to get something like the Empress, once again, it's a 3, so you could be seeing. Why was I going to say 3? Did I see another 3? Well, a 3 and a 3. Oh, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, so you could be seeing 3s a lot, okay? But yeah, this is where you're waiting on that. This is somebody waiting on a person to come in. But also, if it's not a person, still, once again, you got 3 cards about waiting. And let me pull the Empress, because the Empress card is a card. Here she is. I'll show it to you. She is pregnant, as you can see. She sits on her throne and she relaxes as she's pregnant. You know what she's doing? She's saying, you know what? I'm going to take care of myself. You know what? My heart, what does my heart say? What do I want to do today? Do I feel like relaxing? You know, I want to sit in the sun. I want to get my nails done. I want to take care of myself because I know I'm going to have this baby. I am divine feminine energy. And nothing is wrong with me to be able to produce, you know, this child or this baby. You know, I'm not saying that for you guys in particular. I'm talking about the energy of the Empress. So, you know, this is the confidence that whatever I start to grow is going to happen. And it's walking around with this confidence that it's going to happen the way that it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, and not stepping in your own way to allow thoughts of fear and doubt to step into your experience when you're in this in-between space. So I would call this like, what are you doing in the in-between space? I wanted to pull these cards out. I'm gonna put these to the side in case we need to reference them again, but I'll leave those right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clarify these cards right here. And let's see, let me shuffle these a time or two. Let me see what time it is. 1:19, okay. Let's see here. Uh-oh. All right, Pisces. But yeah, no, this is, I mean, it could very well be love for some of you. If not, it could be a project coming out. It could be something that you're waiting to reveal, like a project or something like that. But it also could be a job. It could be anything. Whatever this is that you're waiting on. For For some of you, it could be, you know, with the Empress, it can be like a Taurus or a Virgo. Am I lying? No, sorry. A Taurus or a Libra. There we go. That you can be waiting on to come around, or somebody like that, a relationship, or you could be, I was going to say you could be a Taurus or a Leo, I mean a Libra, but that's not true because you're a Pisces. But no, this could definitely be that. This is another card that could be like a Taurus as well. But more so this, what I'm getting with this, Venus is the card of Empress, but it also rules Taurus. And then you got this right here. This is a card that's an earth sign card, a Taurus. These three cards all, just think about one of the good things about I'm a Taurus, so you know, one of the good things about Taurus, but no. It's totally being patient. We're very steadfast. We can wait on something because we know that every step we make with the Knight of Pentacles, that every investment that we make is going to bring us back something. So it doesn't matter if it comes today. We know that we didn't make a bad decision. Okay. So this is kind of like taking on that. That's a whole nother level of confidence, because somebody might come to the Knight of Pentacles and they may say, you know what, Knight of Pentacles, haha, you know, you're spending all of your time in this little garden, you know, with this little pentacle. All you have is one pentacle, haha, you're not getting anywhere, you're not doing anything. But he's like, oh, but little do you know, when I plant this one pentacle that he plants in the ground turns into this immense amount of abundance. It just takes time. So where everybody else is burnt out at the end, and they laughed and picked on this person in the beginning, in the end, they get what they want. They get the and then, oh, I didn't even think about it, the Empress and the love here. They get that unconditional love. They get that relationship. They get a life that they love, full of joy, because they've taken the time and they were patient enough to do it, and they didn't rush it. Because when we start to get in that energy of rushing, we start to do things like jump back into another relationship, jump back to a job that we don't like, jump back into a friend group that we don't like, jump back to being to addictions or habits that we know aren't good for us. So this is where you're able to sit in that space and to sit with the uncomfortableness and to make peace with it, so it's not so uncomfortable. Okay, so we're going to clarify the Knight of Pentacles here. Who is that? Is that the Hermit? Yes, it is. Okay, so yeah, so this is saying, yeah, within yourself, we have to come up with the inner wisdom of what's going on in the Knight of Pentacles card. What's really going on here? Is it that I really don't have anything, like nothing's going on? Because this is also a slow, I guess this is a slow card too. Slow, waiting. The thing about it is, the funny thing is, these two cards right here, while they're about waiting, these two cards are about dissatisfaction with waiting. These two are people, they're energies of how to act about this. And you start off as the Knight of Pentacles, right? Where you're just doing it because you're having to manually do it. Like, let me force myself to wait. This is the Hermit. You're going within yourself to be able to find the energy that you need to be able to do that, to be able to connect yourself to, hey, my purpose is putting me on this path where I may be by myself, where it may be a little bit barren, but I know that if I follow what my spirit is telling me, that this newness is coming in, that this thing is going to come about. There are just some steps in the way that are not in the way, but some steps that have to happen to make it be the way that I really, really want it to be. And this is really, really connecting with that internally inside of yourself without any outside stimuli. So this has been connected to your inner wisdom, okay? And with the Hermit card, it's the card of Virgo, so sometimes it can be a little bit critical. So this is you maybe in that time period, like, it's not happening, I'm not good enough, it's not going to happen, you know, the first time it doesn't go the way that you don't want it to go. And it's asking that you don't do that, that you connect to your star and know that something is always guiding you. Even in the moments where things aren't happening as fast as you want them to, you're still on a path, okay? And that's why the Hermit is there like that. Let's see here. Also, too, the Hermit is is a 9. It makes us think of the 9 months, like of a pregnancy, okay? But it's still not time to give the birth yet, okay? But it's there. So let's see. Grief and sorrow. The 3 of Swords. Yeah, so you're looking at it like, oh my God, this breaks my heart. I have to separate from these people. All this pain that I'm going through, things are not happening now. And then this is saying, the Spirit is saying, no, let some of the burden go of that. We'll take care of some of that stuff, and also let the burden of your broken heart go. Don't hold on to that. Release it to the universe so that the universe can heal it, because you have to ask, you have to request, I'm sorry, how can I say this? In order for spirit to work, you have to you have free will, so you have to ask for it to work. So if you want healing in certain places like that, you don't have to carry it on your own. You have to ask for it, okay? You have to say, hey, I want healing. Hey, Spirit, help me to be able to overcome what I see, you know, the pain and the hurt that I've been through, so that I can be able to be in this newness so that I can let go of all of the burdens that's holding on. But Spirit's wanting you to do that first, you to drop the burden of it first, so that it can come in and be able to help you. All right? Let's see. The Three of Wands, Future Guardians Plan. That's a card I like because it's at the center. And I think this is a Judgment card. Is it? Oh, no, it's the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is, yeah, so funny. Because this is the Three of Wands, and I'm talking about patience. The Knight of Swords is like, no, I need it right now. So, yeah, this is totally that energy that you want to watch out for, because the Knight of Pentacles is the complete opposite. The Knight of Swords is like quick, fast, in a hurry. He's the fastest knight of all the knights, but the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest, because slow and steady wins the race, okay? And he knows that. Knight of Swords thinks that he knows best for himself, so he just goes out without focusing into his inner wisdom. He's just going and what he can see, what his thoughts are telling him, not what his soul and his conscience are telling him. And this is what it's saying when you're at this spot. If you were to connect with yourself, like with the Three of Wands of what I have here, your spirit will say, hey, look at those ships coming in. Hey, are those ships? That's what you've been waiting for, right? Oh, okay, so we're good right here, right? Okay, right. But see, when you're in this place, you might be looking at everything else but the water to see the ships coming in when you're at there from the place of Knight of Swords. So it's saying to cut that away, cut the need to have things right away, the instant gratification away, because what you want is more than something that can be contained by instant gratification. It's something that's a little bit more long lasting when you're dealing with pentacles and here and things like that. These are stability. This is stable stuff. This is not fly by the night things like that. Okay, so it's not going to come in quick because it's not there. It's not going to leave quick. All right. Seven of Pentacles. Let's clarify that. Yep. So this is all about the choice. This is about the choice of what you do in that time, okay? Are we going to do what we always used to do, or are we going to see the opportunity while we wait, okay? Because it's still there, no matter if you see it growing or not. These things are still out there. And just to show you this, you have a progression. This is the Ace of Wands. This is the Two of Wands. This is the Three of Wands. The Four of Wands is stability. So it's coming in. This is what you're looking at. This is the celebration. This relationships and things like that coming in and balancing your life. It's coming in, but you have to. It's just about choosing what you do in between space and how you view things in the between space. Okay. Let's see here. The Empress. Yep, and that's going to bring about a lot of healing to yourself, to you. Whatever this relationship is, or whatever this is that's coming in, it brings healing. It brings all of the healing that you've been looking for. So you may be finding like a relationship or getting into a commitment that kind of is a very, very healing commitment with somebody. I kind of see it, but the thing is, like I said, with these being cards of you have to, the way that these cards are lined up. Sorry, saying it like this. This is something that is a little bit more long lasting. So please don't care, but because if anything comes to you instantly, because that itch is happening and then, oh, there it is. I complained about it. Now it's here. It's not going to be right. So I want you to kind of have that in mind, that that's going to be you manifesting it in out of the Knight of Swords place. You kind of forcing it in, and when you force it in, it's not going to last. So if you want this type of love in your life, if you want this type of, and not just in relationships, but it more so for some of you it will be, whatever this is, whatever you want to be solid in your life, as I'm seeing with this ring here, you have to allow it to come in, and you have to speak of it positively while you're in the inner realm of waiting, from a place of love, from a space of truth. And also too, once again, relating back, this is saying that you have to tell the truth in some of these relationships, especially when you're are some of these commitments that you have, especially the ones that overburden you and that bring you a lot of hurt. You have to be able to cut those things off so that you can be able to bring in those things. Okay, so it's going to take it takes a decision. It takes a decision. Are you going to sit around and wait forever for things to come in? Or are you going to make the decision to say, you know what, I deserve more. I believe that there's more out there for me. I'm going to speak about it, and I'm going to say whatever I need to say that disconnects me from anything that doesn't serve me in that way, so that I can be on the path for what does serve me and what does, what is going to help me in the future, okay? Or bring me to that place. So that's what I have for the tarot cards. Let's see here what we have from the Work Your Light. I'm sorry, not Work Your Light. From the, what is this? Did I catch that card? I didn't catch it. Oh. All right. Okay, let me get this here. So you got the Thinking Man, and as I get in the Thinking Man, it's making me think about the Knight of Pentacles, as far of saying, I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to put this pentacle in this soil, and it's going to grow, and I'm going to stand up for it. I'm going to speak up for it whenever it does, because it's this great plan that's coming in. But also too, I see him with this crystal in his hand. It looks like it could be clear quartz. So some of you guys may need to get some crystals so that you can use those to heal. Like clear quartz is very good on being very clear. It helps you to be able to see. And have you have like refusing to see? It helps you to be able to kind of connect to truth. It gives you clarity. All right, it's very cleansing and purifying of your energy. So you may need to pick up some quartz. And that's also a 10. So yeah, it's like, yeah, you're coming out of this cycle, this change, and this new beginning. And you need to be once again, it's saying to be very, very clear, very, very precise and strategic about how it is that you move forward at this time. Okay. You're at a very defining point in your life. So let's see here. In the mirror, it says, who or what is triggering you? And then I kind of see, look at this, as I was kind of saying, seeing clearly, look how this person is kind of looking in the water and looking at themselves. Okay, once again, this person is looking at the water and looking at themselves. Okay, this is going to be a very like this refusing to see what's right here. This is going to be a very, very important time for you to see yourself for who you are, flaws and all. The Hermit is a time where we kind of worry about our where we get a little bit introspective, because it's the card of Virgo. So this could be you picking yourself apart. But this is saying, the Knight of Pentacles saying is it takes time, one day at a time. So be able to be okay with, okay, maybe I don't have I didn't lose the weight that I wanted in the amount of time, but we did do this amount. So yay, we did do this. Or I may have not saved, $1,000, like I wanted to, but I saved 950. Yay, or something like that. And being able to celebrate those moments and not be too critical of those moments. Okay, but these are two cards I'm going to read to you, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see. So we got the Thinking Man, which is 46. And this could also be someone coming around to help you with this as well, too. A guy. So, let's see, the Thinking Man. Male of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a man before an archway gazing at a crystal in his hand. He is thoughtful. He's a thoughtful and reflective man, representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now, are about to arrive soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. This card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in personal or professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. But be on the lookout for this guide in the physical world and be open to his information. Learn what you can. A new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. Okay, so I'm getting with this. I'm not going to even lie. I get with this right here that this could be this person coming in, and it almost might be somebody that may have been a friend, or that may have been someone that you've come into contact with before that you may have not looked at in that kind of way or whatever. But pay attention to who's helping you out and who's giving you advice and things like that at this time, okay? But also too, really important, I want you guys to get crystals, okay? Some quartz or something like that, something that's going to help you to be able to have clarity in your life. And then we have the Mirror here. Let's read the Mirror card. I'm from Texas, so if you hear me saying mirror, mirror, I'm saying mirror. 44. All right. Oh, page 44. So the filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about our life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what your experiences people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When you have felt like this before, When have you felt like this before? Sorry. Could they be opportunities to heal something in you, or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who admire and put you on a pedestal, if we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise and are envious of, are and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wound and wounded ourselves. So this is going back to what I was saying here about this cycle. When you skip doing the healing part and understanding what those things meant to you, you jump into another thing, and then you end up finding yourself in the same situation again. And a lot of it is about speaking up whenever people speaking up about your truth. Whenever people make you feel bad, or things like this. You may be a little bit more slow moving right here, with the Knight of Pentacles. And this is that thing that I was telling you guys earlier. They're like, oh, nothing's ever going to grow there. You're never going to be able to do this. You're never going to be able to. This is that. This is you standing up and saying, well, no, maybe that's your experience. That's not mine. Okay. Maybe that's you. That's not me. And I don't want you to say that to me, you know, or I don't like you talking to me in that tone, or I think that it makes me feel, you know, down when you talk to me this way, because that's not how I feel. I believe in myself. I believe in where my life is going and in the direction that it's going. So don't let anyone make you, in this space where you're waiting, don't let their opinions and their things like that make you feel that you are not close to where you're going, because you're there. It's all in this reading, okay? Keep on persevering through. So that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and like this video and comment down below if it resonates with you. Also, I am available for one-on-one readings. That information is down below, and the information of how to donate to my channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.